How we doing, everyone? It is a beautiful day today. Thank you for tuning in to Tips and Advice. My name is Ranger14. We're going to focus on the bot lane. A bunch of people ask questions about how bot lane goes, how the ADC role is. Guys, bot lane is not run by an ADC. It's run by support, and we're focusing on that today. I just want to say this at the beginning of the support video. You're not anybody's anything. If they want you to pick Taric, but you think you better pick Lulu, pick Lulu. I don't care what they say. If they want to pick Taric, they should have picked Taric. You're not someone's sidekick. You're not anybody's bitch. You are support. You run bot lane. ADCs, they're late game. They can get the hell out of here. Bot lane is run by supports. That's how you should play it. Your ward coverage, you're harassing, you're poking. That's what you do. You make things happen, not the ADC. So again, guys, support isn't support someone else. It is supporting the team in the proper way to win the game. The first tip of the day, guys, tip number 1, proper wards, guys. Green bush, bush, green. Blue not in bush, green in bush. It's really simple to put a ward in a bush, but I see a lot of people miss. Just take the extra half second to see the bush, see the color, and put the ward in properly. Tip number 2, guys, ward location. It's really important that you put the ward in the proper spots. Purple, you need to put the ward in Tribush because the ganks are going to come from Tribush. Blue, put it up by Dragon. That's where the ganks are going to come from. Also, warding the top and bottom bush, depending on what side you're on, is very important so they can't run through and do an in-lane gank to you guys. Do not ward this bush and do not ward the river. It is not worth it. Spend the extra second to get a little bit more information so you know when the ganks are coming. That little head start can mean everything to a gank. Tip number 3, again, wards. Smart warding, guys. We know that they're starting our red. So I'm going to put a ward in this Tribush because they think they're being sneaky, but we know where they are. So they're going to try to do an early gank after they take our red. So after we just back up, we see them come through, we're going to do a little poke, but we see J4. We know he's coming. So we're just going to kind of bait this out, do a little bit of damage here and there, but there's not a really big problem, guys. If you don't have that ward, though, there, you can get really out of position and get ganked quickly. So put the ward down if you think they're doing red, just in case, guys. Tip number 4, guys, pressure. Alright, guys, I see a lot of people play Thresh, Blitz, Nami, and they just sit back and throw Qs and they don't actually do anything. Guys, get up there and do some damage. I start off with Flay, which throws him back into our team, and we're going to do some poke. Now it's easier to hit a skill shot because he's running, he's scrambling, we're already ahead. He has to run a certain way to get away from me. Now we're going to freeze it again, and it looks like it was an even exchange. However, I'm at half, and their ADC's at half. This gives us a huge advantage in lane because my ADC can now farm without having to worry about poke. Tip number 5, guys, zoning. It's really important that you zone as a support, not just as an ADC. I know I hit that before, but we're hitting it again on support. So every time their ADC moves up, I move up. This is going to make it so we can't last hit, while my ADC can comfortably farm. It's so important, guys. Tip number 6, guys, disable. We throw Thresh into the wall. He's stunned, so right now I need to disable Caitlyn. So I'm going to rep him Whimsy Caitlyn. Now, as soon as she gets out of Whimsy, I'm going to exhaust her. This is going to make it so the entire time Vayne was doing damage, Caitlyn was not doing damage. This changes everything. Plus, I've been auto-attacking the whole time, guys. Auto-attack does a lot of damage. Do not neglect auto-attacking as a support. Tip number 7, guys, move with the fight. I see a lot of people play supports, and they during a fight just sit in the back. You guys can be active, be in there. As soon as I land the snare in Tristana, we're going to go. We're just going to keep running down the entire field. This makes my lantern more effective and also makes my auto attacks more effective. You still do a lot of damage with auto attacks as a support early game. As soon as we force the flash, we turn on Leona. There is no reason to continue to chase Tristana. So we're going to do some more damage to Leona, and then again we bring her really low, and I'm going to let my ADC get the kill. Don't steal the kill, guys. Just be a nice support and let them think they're the big man. Tip number 8, give side at all costs. I couldn't find a better clip for this, so we're just going to use this one, and I apologize. Alright, I'm going to use my ultimate on Vayne right away. This lets her know that she's confident in this fight. Don't hold that out and make your ADC nervous too. It's really not worth it. They lose damage. So after we take down Caitlyn, we have to worry about Amumu moving into the bush. I throw a ward in there. This makes it so we don't have to face check, and it takes away all room for error. This is like when you move into a bush right when they move out of the bush, and they try to pull off some crazy juke, stuff like that. It just takes away all room for error. Give side, guys. Super secret ninja clip. I know a lot of people know this, but it's really important that everyone knows this. You can teleport to Thresh's lantern and then use it and just bring yourself into a fight. This is a really effective way to get around the map. Alright, guys, these little game mechanic things really change what kind of a player you are and how well you perform at this game. Game mechanics change everything. Tip number 9, guys, tank the tower. A lot of supports are tankier than what they actually support, so get in there, take the hits, let your ADC do the last hits, not have to worry about getting hit by the tower and dying. They know the tower's hitting you, they don't have to worry about it. The last tip of the day, guys, tip number 10, racetrack. The map is curved on the sides, so if you're riding away from an enemy champion and you use the bush, you're taking the longest route back to your tower. This is just how it works. If they take the inside track and you take the outside track, they will always cut you off. A lot of people think that the bush is safety. It's not, especially if it's warded. You don't really have a safe zone. You have to take the shortest possible path back to your tower to be safe. The last thing I have to say, guys, is game mechanics. Once you understand game mechanics, everything else will come to you. That's the basis of the game. The only way you can get game mechanics is through trial and error and experiencing it and trying things. My name is Ranger14, and I will see you guys in the next video.